Bye, have a great time.
What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome to the Ultra Salty Dan channel on YouTube. We are racing today in Suzuka in Gran Turismo 7. We are in the GR.3 cars, and we're just giving my thoughts really on the AI in the game. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's pants, I feel. So we are doing this today, give my thoughts and see how I feel. This was part of the beginner's guide to tuning. So if you hear me talking about tuning, it's obviously because of that. That is in a separate video again. So if you're interested in basic guide to tuning, to get your cars in BHP and PP levels, check that out. But I'll leave you now with a video for this and the audio, and we'll see you at the end. We're into the race now, and we'll go through this and just see how it actually goes, so you know I'm not just talking shite. It's literally, I've done this tuning, I've gone straight into this race now. Now this race I think is a two chili peppers, maybe 3 chili peppers, so it's got a bit of a difficulty. I didn't find it that much difficult, but obviously everyone has their own specific way of how they're going to race and how they find the AI. So as you can see, we're just flying around the first couple. Now I've noticed up until about 5th is quite easy. You can see the AI there. They do cut across you. They do try blocking you as well, but I find once I get to about 5th place, then that's where the AI starts to challenge me a little bit, and you'll see in the race as we're going along that how it actually happens. You see they're all bunching there. I'm like, okay, can I outbreak these? No, they're all blocking the corner, which is great because they're all fighting each other, which is what you want from a GT race. You know, it's what you want from the AI to do. So you can see that when he clips me from behind, but it kind of works in my favor because I get to take the inside line there and go around, show him no side of the track whatsoever. Then McLaren had nowhere to go. But we're just going to carry on through here now and see how we do. As you can see, we're at the 6th place now, and as I said, from about 5th onward, they seem to be better, if that makes sense. I mean, it should, because they're supposed to be the top 5 racers of this track. Makes sense. So as you can see, within the first lap, I can't remember where I started, but we're up to 6th place already. Now I dropped my TC down to 2 because it was on 3 and I keep forgetting. I find TC actually makes a bit of an effort in this game, especially in the GT3 cars. But as you can see there, like, I just bombed past him like he was nothing, straight in there. So this is now where I find, right, here's my little battles coming through. But as you can see from the setup, within the first lap, I'm up to 5th place from wherever I started. The computer's doing a 2:07 on first lap, and obviously me starting from back is a 3-second difference. But as you'll go through the race, you'll understand what I mean with the AI. It's better because we do actually overtake all of them. I'll give a little spoiler by the end of maybe this lap. But you can see they're doing little trains and whatever. They're fighting for position, but they're not. They're just there on a track, like on rails. But once you start getting in between them, they seem to fight more. As you can see, he overtakes him on the outside here, comes in on the inside back around. So I'm up into 4th, trying to catch these. They keep their pace, which I was happy for. But as you can see, some of the corners now, they're breaking up by there. Even though, yep, you're going to break here, I think they break a bit too early. So once this Sophie comes along and gets introduced into the game and it goes through your driving style, then I think it'll be much better. But you can see now that I dive up the inside, just past that old BMW, and I'm in, and I was like, okay, this is just flying by. I know now my tuning is working perfectly because, well, by the end of the 2nd lap, I'm up into 2nd place. So I'm like, right, my tune's fine. I haven't really messed up anywhere yet, but the AI is they're just there. They're just in the way half the time. But then I notice now, like, so I'll go a little bit wide there, wheels spinning, with probably because of the traction control. He starts pulling off a bit, but obviously the draft, you can just catch it right behind. So I'm like, okay, here we go. let's just finish this. It's just a nice easy video for me. Brakes way too early there, which as you can see in the next lap I think I do. You take that flat out. The computer's just like, it just brakes. Obviously it's just to make sure they don't spin off and make sure they actually take in the corners correctly and all that. But as you can see though, as he coming out the corners, they seem to be alright. Going into corners, I think that's where the problem is at the moment. So you can see lap 3 we're starting now into second place. I'm thinking, right, do I dive down the inside? Yes I do. Out brakes him, but he comes back at me. Now this is where I find it interesting, because the AI now decides to be like, okay, this geezer, he's just overtook all of us and it's the start of lap 3. So what I'm thinking now is, right, let's see how much of a challenge the AI actually give me trying to fight back. So in a minute I'll change my camera angle to go inside. I should be faster inside, but I back off more when I'm looking for the inside view. You can see your ally is like 1.8 seconds now, almost up to 2 seconds. Catcher there, I thought I'm going to spin out, but as you can see in the radar they're just miles away. So I'll change it to the inside view in a minute, and so I take it more easily to see how they catch up. And by God, they do catch up. And then I think once you're in front of them, they just start fighting you. I think I get clipped. They catch me in the draft, but then I'm not going full pelt as much as I want to. So now I take more of a casual driving style. I do clip a curb up by here, I think. Maybe it's the next lap, and I go way wide there, and I'm like, oh god, here we go. So straight away miss the barrier. I'm like, right, okay, here we go, let's check where they are. As you can see now, they're coming up, so they're thinking we got this guy here. See, one goes to overtake our way, and then they start going behind each other. I'm like, oh well, that's not what you want. But in the mirrors you can see they both overtake, but then they both break our corner and we just take a full pelt and they're just gone. So again we're like, the AI, man, the AI. So again we slow down, we don't go as much. I say we put about 95% effort into it this time. As you can see, I'm not going as fast as normally, I'm just revving a bit. You see that BMW now is catching me in the draft, so I'm thinking, is he going to do anything? He's going to go to the inside. Is he going to overtake me or overbreak me? But no, look, he dives down the inside. I'm like, oh yes, now we've got a fight on our hands. But because I'm in this view, obviously my points, the braking points, I haven't really figured out yet. Because obviously we're inside car. Yeah, it should be the same as everything, but obviously with a couple of inches looking back difference from the bonnet cam, you have to figure everything out. So I'll drive this way, which means it might give me more of a chance, more of a fight against the AI, because I'm not 100% sure where all my points are now. As you can see, we dive up on the inside, and I'm thinking, wow, okay, he gave me a little battle there, that was nice, but I had to back off a bit. So it's, here we go, I catch a spin. I'm like, okay, they're going to catch up now, are they? Looks in the mirror again. Nope, they freaking long gone. Check the radar, see they are. So now again, I'll back off a little bit, being in first place, and you'll see now they do start attacking again. But again, I'm not going 100%, I'm not on the limit all the time. I'm just now casually driving, as they say, just casually driving around like it is a Sunday drive. Yeah, I push some bits and I brake a bit earlier and I take corners a bit better, but it's all because I'm going a bit slower. So I'm thinking, okay, if I keep this tight now, will they catch me in the draft this time? I take it much better. Are they going to catch me? And as you can see straight away in the mirror, I do go slow a bit. I hangs on to fourth gear, I think it is, a little bit longer, or fifth gear a little bit longer, just to see. And as you can see now, both of them are attacking. He overtakes him in the back. It kind of pushed me off, so I'm like, oh god, let's go wide so they don't come around. Like, he gives me a wallop and then does me in the turn. I'm like, okay, this is what I want. Like, mistakes. I want like mistakes to happen. So if we're playing online, you know, that is it could be he missed his braking point and the guy goes into the back of you. You know, it all happens in ACC, happens in Gran Turismo, you know, little mistakes of things. So we're like, okay, well, let's have a little battle now, and this guy's ran me, let's see how we do. Will he put much of a fight up? But as you can see though, look, the computer is EA's, which is a 2056. My best lap, which was my second lap, is a 2076. So that's still 2 seconds ahead of me. Yet he's not even in the top 8. So where's this guy to? Who's doing super laps? Where is he? He's not in top 8 though. As you can see, there's no top 8 guy there. The British guy, no right where he is whatsoever. So where was that guy doing the fastest lap? Yeah, he's not even in thing, and he's doing 2 seconds faster than what I was doing. Some things like that don't make sense at all to me. And as you can see now, I'm like, right, this guy ran me. I'm just going to pull off now and just to see how much of a gap is. So as soon as we like start pulling off, it's like nearly 1.5 seconds. It's 1.2 now. I think by the time we do the turn in and up here, it gets to about 1.5. And I'm just, yeah, it's great. And the racing was great when it's close. But when I'm backing off a bit, that's when it's good. But I don't want to be backing off just to have a battle with the AI, if that makes sense. That's what I mean. That's the only downside about it. As you can see now, look, they're catching me again on the streets, which seems to be on the streets, look, they will catch you. So I'm like, right, I'm going to block him off, see what happens, see what they do if I block him off. And you can see those two are battling each other. So I'm just taking up the road, and as you can see, like, just pelt the around here now, almost spin out, but they've broke already, though. I can make a mistake, correct it, and get back on a driving line before they're even attacking again. That's the only downside on it. But the whole point of this was, that's your quick tuning guide. Is it raceable? By dropping the horsepower and ECU to where you need it to be for PP. And as you see, we come first, so yes, it is 10 minutes 43. So that's your basic guide to getting your car into PP levels, into BHP levels. We get a 1-star daily ticket, so we thought, let's have a go, see how we do. I've seen a little rumour that if you just keep mashing the X button or square button as it pins down, you'll get better rewards. So we'll have a try, see if it works. But yeah, that's your basic thing. Buy your power restrictor. Some cars you might need to buy the ECU thing, but this one already had it, so we didn't have to. And some ballast to make weight if you need to make weight for some events. But yeah, here we are mashing the X button. And what do you think we're going to get? The car? No, we're going to get the worst one. As per usual, waste of time. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helped you realize how to improve your car. How to get into the PP range and the BHP range, and to show you actually, just because you've dropped the levels of it, is it drivable? Yes, it is. It's still drivable. Have a good day. I'm Ultra Salty Dan, and I'll see you around if I don't see you square.